If you've spent any time at all in Fortnite Creative, or maybe you've tinkered with the Unreal editor for Fortnite, UEFN, it's just this incredible explosion of creativity. I mean, the worlds people are building, it's genuinely mind-blowing sometimes. But, there's this darker side emerging. Imagine pouring, like, hundreds of hours into your map, your unique creation, and then you wake up one day and find it stolen, like completely ripped off, rebranded, and someone else is actually making money from your work. It sounds like a nightmare scenario, but it's actually happening. UEFN map theft is a real thing, and it's hitting creators hard. So today, that's our mission. We're going to do a deep dive into this. What is UEFN map theft? How's it impacting creators? We'll look at what Epic Games is doing, drawing on things like community reports and that how-to boss video. Your Fortnite maps can be stolen. And crucially, what can you, whether you're a creator or a player, do to protect yourself and, help make the community safer?
Yeah, and it's so important we talk about this.
Yeah.
It's not just about lost income, though that's obviously huge. It's about trust. It's about the fundamental incentive to create. If creators feel their work isn't safe, why would they invest that time and effort? It damages the whole ecosystem, really. Discourages new talent, frustrates the pros. It's critical for the platform's health.
Okay, so UEFN map theft. It still sounds a bit abstract.
Yeah.
How does someone actually steal a map? What are they getting?
Well, it's quite tangible, unfortunately. These bad actors are using specific software tools to literally download the entire map. They're after the .umap file specifically. That file holds all the assets, the layout, everything the creator built, visually anyway. And the really galling part, they take these stolen files and sell them on these like underground black Fortnite map markets. It's wild.
Wow, selling stolen maps. And I've seen those anonymous community reports, too, saying people are openly selling the methods for stealing maps and Discords, even showing demos of how to do it. The boldness is just something else.
It really is. And the suspected method, the speculation, revolves around the temporary files. When you load into an island, your system downloads temporary files to run it. The theory is these files might not be, let's say, adequately encrypted.
So, like, leaving the blueprints out.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
If they can grab that .umap file, which contains the assets and layout, but importantly not the custom verse code, the scripting logic, they've got the core map, they can then import that .umap into the standard Unreal Engine and from there migrate it into UEFN. They call these stolen maps templates.
Templates built on theft. And it gets worse, right? They don't just steal it, they then re-upload it. Sometimes using the exact same name and thumbnail, trying to trick players in the Discovery tab just to siphon off supported creator money.
Exactly. It's a complete double whammy, theft of the work itself and then actively diverting potential earnings from the original creator.
That sounds like it goes way beyond just breaking platform rules.
Oh, absolutely. Let's be crystal clear here. This is straight up copyright infringement. It's a violation of intellectual property rights. A serious legal issue, not just, bending some game rules.
Right. So thinking about those Epic Games rules for creators, this must just trample all over them. Which specific guidelines are being broken here?
Oh, it hits a whole laundry list of them. You're spot on. First off, Rule 1.1, a safe environment. That rule explicitly prohibits content that promotes piracy. Selling stolen maps or tools to steal them. Clear violation.
Okay, so the baseline safety rule. What about the actual creative work itself, the originality?
That's Rule 1.6, be original. And it's pretty detailed. It says, don't duplicate, copy, or reproduce other creators' promotional assets, such as thumbnails, titles, and/or descriptions. It also says, don't pass off your creations as another creator's work. Don't impersonate. It covers the whole rebranding and deception aspect we talked about.
And just the basic idea of owning your work.
Yep, that brings us to Rule 1.7, respect IP ownership. It's simple. You need to own or have the rights to what you publish. You can't infringe on someone else's IP, full stop. Then there's Rule 1.9, play by the rules, which directly says, do not scam players, do not mislead players. Re-uploading a stolen map to trick people, that's misleading, that's a scam. And finally, Rule 1.13, keep it authentic. This one targets things like fake XP maps, demanding promotional stuff accurately represents the content. Stealing a popular map and pretending it's yours, not authentic.
So basically, they're breaking fundamental pillars of the creative contract. How does Epic actually police this stuff? What's their process?
They have a multi-layered system. There's automated triage first, machine learning scans, uploads for red flags like potentially stolen assets or weird metadata. It helps prioritize things. But then, crucially, every single island submission gets a human playthrough. A real person, a moderator, spends about 10-15 minutes actually playing the island.
Playing it. To check for what exactly?
To spot things the automated systems might miss. IP infringements, misleading content, rule violations generally. And if they find violations, the rule enforcement kicks in. That can be anything from a warning or reduced visibility in Discover, all the way up to taking the content down, losing publishing rights, or even for really bad or repeat offenses, permanent account bans and losing monetization.
Okay, that sounds fairly robust. But specifically regarding this map theft issue, what actions have we seen Epic take? Because it seems like a new, more direct threat.
They have taken some specific steps. That How To Boss video mentioned Epic started investigating this directly, and one concrete action was removing the job board and the shops sections from the official Fortnite Creative Discord server.
To stop those Discord channels being used to sell stolen maps or the theft tools.
Exactly, cutting off an obvious avenue for this illicit trade on their official platform. Generally, though, Epic's stance on IP theft often involves them, and I quote, relying on rights holders for proactive moderation.
Meaning creators often need to be the ones to flag when their work is stolen.
Pretty much, yeah. They need those reports from the people whose rights are being violated. Related to cleaning things up, they also banned the phrase XP glitch recently to fight that kind of misleading content.
Which brings us to a really important point. What can you, the creator, or even just a player who cares about the community, actually do? How do you protect yourself or help out?
For creators, prevention is key. First, use original thumbnails and assets. Make your own or get them from legitimate sources like Epic's Marketplace. It makes your map visually distinct. Some creators even subtly embed, like watermarks or hidden version tags within the map file's metadata. It's a bit technical, but it can help prove ownership later.
Like a digital signature.
Sort of, yeah. Second big one, version control and backups. Treat your UEFN project like a software development project. Use systems like Git, or at the very least, keep rigorous cloud backups of different versions. If your map gets wrongly taken down, having a clean backup lets you resubmit quickly. And third, strict asset vetting. Be really careful about using assets made by others, especially free ones from less reputable places. Inspect them. Look out for weird file types. Anything like in .exe or .tll is a huge red flag. Check for strange scripts. Maybe even test new assets in a separate, isolated project first, like a sandbox.
Okay, prevention is good. But what if the worst happens? Your map is stolen. How do you report it? Where do you go?
There are a few avenues. First, within Fortnite itself, players can report islands directly, go to the settings menu, find reporting, then report a bug, player island, and choose report island.
I just say this map is stolen.
Well, you need to provide more detail. Add screenshots, explain why you think it's stolen, maybe link to the original if you know it. The more info, the better for Epic's investigation. For creators whose own work is stolen, that copyright infringement we talked about, they can file a formal claim via Epic Games' Contact Us copyright page. Sending clear proof of ownership is absolutely critical there.
And what about Discord, since you mentioned maps and tools being sold there?
Right. On Discord, you can report specific messages or user profiles directly. Just right-click on desktop or press and hold on mobile, select report, and choose the violation type, like spam or illegal content. For really serious stuff, like distributing tools to bypass copyright or direct unauthorized access to copyrighted work, you can email Discord's copyright team, copyright@discordapp.com. But Discord is also very clear. Making false or malicious reports is against their policies too, so report genuinely.
Got it. And for everyone playing, not just creators, how can you spot scams more generally in Fortnite Creative or around it to avoid getting tricked yourself?
Good question. General online safety rules apply. Definitely enable two-factor authentication, 2FA, everywhere, especially on your Epic account. Use strong, unique passwords. Be super skeptical of too-good-to-be-true offers. Free V-Bucks. Free rare skins. Almost always a scam to get your login info or worse. Always verify websites and emails. Check the URL carefully. Is it really epicgames.com or is it slightly misspelled? Check the sender's email address. And beware of suspicious requests for personal information. Epic or other legit companies won't DM you asking for your password or credit card details for a giveaway. Finally, if you're a parent, please educate young players. Kids can be more trusting online, so talking about these risks is really important. You know, connecting back this map theft is just one piece of a bigger scam puzzle in the creative space. You also see things like fake rewards and clickbait, those maps promising huge XP gains, but just having you wait on super long timers so the creator earns money from playtime.
Right, the misleading XP maps.
Yeah, and commission and tutorial code scams, where someone promises to build something for you, takes payment, and disappears. Or they sell you code that's actually freely available online. And even false DMCA claims, where someone maliciously files a fake copyright complaint to try and get a competitor's map taken down. It's a rough landscape sometimes.
It really paints a picture of why some creators feel, as reports say, that the entire ecosystem is rigged, or that their work can be so easily taken without consequence.
Hmm.
Based on all this, what are the big things the community is asking Epic to do? What are the main suggestions for improvement?
Several key things keep coming up in community feedback. A huge one is for Epic to encrypt project files more effectively. The argument is that this would make the .umap theft much, much harder, if not impossible.
Make it harder to steal in the first place.
Exactly. Another big one is to enforce stronger, more consistent punishments. Many feel temporary bans aren't enough deterrent for those profiting from theft. They want more permanent consequences. And perhaps most fundamentally, there's a strong call for Epic to actively listen to and address complaints from creators, especially smaller ones, rather than seeming to only react when an issue blows up or a big creator highlights it. They want to feel heard.
We've definitely covered a lot of ground here, from understanding just how this map theft works, to the rules it breaks, Epic's response, and importantly, what you can do. I think the main takeaway is be vigilant and participate. Don't just assume someone else will handle it.
Absolutely. Epic is working on things, improving systems, but the health of this creative space really does depend on everyone being informed, being careful, and being willing to report problems when they see them.
So here's the action item for you listening. If you see something suspicious, a map that looks stolen, misleading advertising, potential scams in Discord or elsewhere related to Fortnite Creative Event, use those reporting tools we talked about. Your report might feel like a small thing, but collectively they make a huge difference in building a more trustworthy environment for creators. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. In this digital age, where copying can seem so easy, how do we build and maintain a culture where originality, where the hard work and creativity that goes into building something unique isn't just protected by rules, but is genuinely valued and celebrated by the entire community? How do we foster that deeper respect?